Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, ladies. Marie, your hair looks pretty. Linda's here, Wendy, Allison, yay. Hello, ladies. Everybody looks so pretty. Colleen, yay. I said, doesn't Marie's hair look so pretty? I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how is everyone doing? All right, we're going to take some questions and comments first. Okay, so tell me what's up. Tell me what's been feeling, what's been going on, what you have questions around. Talk to me, ladies. Nobody? Linda? Thank goodness, Linda.
You know, that's the teacher in me, right? I have to like participate.
You get an E+ for participation, I have to say.
Well, last call, I was a little preoccupied. Mm-hmm. So I just finished listening to it again. And I didn't do the letter, but I've done that before in Love and 21. So I have done it. But the one thing that I really loved that you said was that all the work that we're doing to heal us, but also the future, like our kids and their kids. Yep. And I thought that was really, like, it made me feel really good. Yep. When you said that.
Yep, and think about it, like, you're also healing, like, the past, too, so, like, past generational stuff.
Right.
So, somebody had said this to me, and it really, like, took me by surprise when it, like, hit me, but, like, your mother carried you, but she also carried your daughter. Because she was carrying your eggs.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
So, like, think about it. Like, we're all part of each other down the lines, right?
Right.
Generationally. And a lot of through what you'll notice is goes on, like, through the generations is, like, almost like the same stuff. So, 100%. Yeah. Yep. So, like, you'll notice that, like I know my family, like, diabetes, let's say, like, ran through the lines, right? And then, there was some, other, like, men issues down the lines. It stopped with me, thank God, with my mom, really. She had helped it a lot. But generationally, right?
Yeah.
And what you're doing is helping heal that energy.
Yeah, because I think about, like, my grandfather, even, not even just the women, but my grandfather was he just worried, and he just was like a nervous wreck. And then it was my mom and her sister. Mm-hmm. And then it was me. And my sister has different kinds of, like, she was anorexic and, OCD about certain things. And I was that way. And I was so conscious of making sure that my kids weren't like that. Thank God, I'm going to knock on wood, that I think they're okay. My son, I see a little bit of me, but my poor niece, I see it. Oh. And I'm like, that was me as a kid, So, but I really, that stuck with me.
Yeah, when you said that. The energy of your grandchild.
Yes.
Children, right? Like, are in there.
Right. Because I don't want that for them,
So you are, by you doing the work, you are healing them and stopping the pattern. And you could do, like, meditations on that too, like picturing it, healing it. So, like, when I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant, mm-hmm. I did a meditation and, a few times where I was basically picturing, because the meaning behind, like, diabetes is not being able to enjoy the sweetness of life. And that was, like, generationally through my dad's side. Mm-hmm. So what I would picture is, I didn't know what to picture. My spiritual teacher was like, just do the meditation, see what comes to you. I'm like, all right, I have no freaking clue what I'm going to see. Like, you know? So I did it. And then what I actually ended up seeing was like a court jester. It was like a clown. I was like, why am I seeing a clown? And I was like, oh, sweetness, fun. And it was like a court jester entertaining everybody. Mm-hmm. And what I noticed was like, it was like he was like sprinkling like this like magical dust on like all the generations. They were like in a line. That's what I saw. And then everybody started to like dance and have fun. So it's funny, like you're doing, so you could do different meditations, like whatever comes to you to help that even more along the lines too. And for you.
Right.
And then you don't know what you're going to picture. Like I had no clue that that's what I was going to like come up with, you know? And then that's what like just popped in my head.
That's great.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. I really, that stuck with me more than anything. Mm-hmm. I still have to investigate my birth. Okay. I never really got to ask my mom. We had a busy weekend. We had a party for her and stuff, but I definitely want to like ask her more about that.
And then, you know, you did the letter, but I want you to do it again.
Okay.
The point of the letter isn't so much that you let it sit in the drawer and collect dust. The point of the letter is that you're feeling the emotions associated with it. Mm-hmm. Because we manifest based off of feeling and emotion. So the more that you can visualize and picture things and feel it, your mind literally thinks it happened.
Okay.
Your mind doesn't know the difference. So your mind literally thinks that like it's happened, and then it manifests it and creates it and attracts it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. I literally like maybe a half hour ago finished the
yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying.
I definitely will. I definitely will.
Because it's going to just evoke that feeling, which is what you're going to manifest with. And then when you do like your visualizing, your vision board and stuff like that in the mornings.
Right.
However you do it, picture those feelings. You know what I mean? Feed off those feelings, the emotions.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks for participating. Anybody else? No? Nobody's got anything to say? All right. So I'm going to set the intention for whatever we need to know or see helps and comes to light for us. So we're going to set that intention, and we're going to talk about releasing today. And we're going to talk about something else that's fun to help you manifest along, okay? We'll get to that later, but for now. So somebody posted in the group how she just wanted him to come already. Like, where is he? Right? And that's fine. I understand that. Like, you're doing all this work, right? I remember that feeling, like, I'm doing all this work. Like, when is he going to show up? Blah, blah, blah. And the more that I was in that space, the harder it was for him to come into my life. Because you're putting a resistance around it. I know I've said this before, but I want you to really like integrate this and understand it. The more that you're stressing over someone being there or needing it, the more that you are stopping it from allowing it to come into your life. So I always say, picture like a fire. When you smother the fire, your desire, and you smother it because you're wanting it so bad, you actually put the fire out. But when you can, hold on, somebody is not. I just muted you, Marie. Sorry, you were unmuted. But when you put the fire out, but when you actually let the fire breathe, what it does is it allows it to grow, and that's your desire. So when you don't smother your desire, it actually allows it to come into fruition and experience it in your 3D reality. So there's that part of it. And then like Marie just said, that the other person has free will too. So even if you're not fixated on a certain person, right? That's for like, smothering it is going to make it harder for it to come in. If you're fixated on a certain person, then that's also going to stop it, because you're taking up this big space for someone that you don't know that's meant to be in your life or not. We all have free will, so you can manifest someone. And you can manifest someone that's perfect for you. And you can manifest someone that has these certain characteristics, let's say. But if you're manifesting is specific to a certain person, then you're only fixated on that, and you're blocking anything else that's meant to be in your path, and he may not be it, because he has free will. So if he doesn't agree that he wants to be part of, so-and-so's life, then you're wasting your energy and your time trying to manifest something that's not meant for you. Okay? I know we don't like to hear that. But it's really just letting go of, that's the part about letting go of the outcome. It's like, we really just want love, right? We want love. We want a partner. That's why you go back to your why. You want a partner to share life with. You want a partner to have fun with. You want a partner to share holidays with and experiences with and to learn from and to grow from and blah, blah. So what does it matter who that person is? You want a person that you're attracted to, that you feel a sexual connection to. That's all part of it. So does it matter if it's Joe down the block or if it's Bill that you just met, in a week from now? No, right? As long as it's the feeling and the characteristics that you're still able to get, and that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're creating. So it's really important when you're going through this process to release the need, like the fixating is going to suffocate on it. And then when you're having a hard time, think about what your temptress would do, right? Would your temptress fixated on a certain someone or when it's happening? No, she's just going to have fun and she's going to make herself feel really good and she's going to play and she's going to, seek pleasure. That's what she's going to do. So whenever you're like getting stuck on something or you're confused, or always ask yourself, like, what would the temptress do? Because you have that visual and you have that feeling of what you would do. And she's very lighthearted and free and excited by her own self and her own things. So she's not going to be caring when he's going to come in because she's going to be really happy on her own and excited by life. Like, not just like, I can do this, I'm okay. It's like, oh, I'm having fun. This feels really good. I really am enjoying my own company. There's a difference between like just getting through the days and knowing that it's going to come, or actually embodying who you are in this moment, feeling single, feeling free, feeling excited by yourself, feeling excited by the new experiences that you're bringing in your life, seeking pleasure, having fun. Like, that's going to bring it that much closer. Okay? Let's look at some of these comments. Hi, Colleen, you're driving. So it's true, Linda Allison says we can choose or stop the pattern. Yes. Marie, the person has free will too. Where's the balance? What would the temptress do? Your notes. Okay, where is the balance between letting it, you mean fixating on him, Marie? What do you mean by that? Elaborate a little bit on that. Write down what you mean there, okay? So the thing is with this whole manifestation thing, and this hit me hard when I heard it, it's not about what you do, but it's really about who you are why you are doing it. And that's something my coach shared with me, and it really changed me. It's not about what you're doing, but it's about who you are when you're doing it. So that means that when nobody's looking, who are you being? When nobody's there, how do you act? If you're depressed by life and you can't get out of bed and you feel sorry for yourself, and then the next day you're out and you're with friends and it feels better, but then you go home again and you're really sad and you just want to watch TV and you don't want to do anything, and you're not going to like yoga classes, you're not doing anything fun, who are you being? Because that's the vibrational frequency you're putting out. It's not like when it's convenient for you, you can do this. It's who are you being when nobody's looking? How do you talk to people? How do you treat people? How do you seek pleasure in your life and fun? That's going to raise your vibration and be a match for the things that you want. So remember, the way it works is you become a vibrational match for everything. So everything has a vibrational frequency. It's all vibrating at a certain wavelength. When you become a match of that wavelength is when you attract it. So that goes for love too. Love is at a certain vibrational frequency. When you match that vibrational frequency and he's carrying that same vibrational frequency is when you attract and you match. Now, you could be doing some of this work and you could be saying, well, I'm doing all this and it's not here yet. But that might not be that you're doing anything wrong. That might be that he's fixing some things on his own and clearing up some things in his life. And he can't be there right now because it's almost like a house that's undone. You know, he's clearing up his own, you know, maybe like for an example, one of my clients was like, when is he coming? I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And then he was away in the military and he wasn't home. So there was no way that it could happen because he was doing his thing. He was away. And then it matched up when he got back. So you don't know where he is right now. You don't know what's going on. The more that you obsess over it and say, like, where is he? Where is he? But where is he? But it's not working. But this sucks. But you're in struggle mode. And you're actually stopping it from reaching you. The more that you could say, okay, I feel this feeling right now of feeling anxious that I really want him to be here. And my thoughts are going in like, what if he never what if he never comes? What if he's really not out there? What if I'm alone forever? You're like anticipating all the fear, right? You're anticipating everything to go wrong. You're anticipating that all the things that make you uncomfortable, you're anticipating that happening and you're getting scared. So if you can shift that around into, okay, well, what if in positive statements, like what if I run into him at the supermarket tomorrow? What if while I join this group on meetup.com, he's actually in there? What if he's taking yoga the same day I am? What if he's a father of one of my kids and they go to the same school and I just don't know it yet? What if my friend has a cousin that I haven't met yet and we meet and I get hooked up? What if, do you see all the possibilities? So when you want to shift into the negative of like, what if he never comes? I'm scared. I'm petrified, blah, blah, blah. Shift it. And literally just be like, okay, well, what if this happens? What if that happens in the positive? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Allison says, I agree. My friend was supposed to come over last night, but it was going to be too late. I enjoy my me time at night, especially after being around kids all day. I get to meet my own needs. Yeah, exactly. I needed that too to recoup and refresh myself. Wendy says, I struggle with that. Yeah. Who am I when no one is looking? Wendy, everybody does. And we all have our those points that we are trying to recreate within ourselves. We're all pre-programmed, to feel a certain way or to be a certain way. And it's going to take, like, this is a perfect example, actually. I was driving to the mall with my boyfriend today. Well, I wasn't driving, he was driving. And we were going into the mall, and you can go either right or left to go to Nordstrom because that's where we park. So I always go right. And he was going right for a while. And then we got there, and he's like, babe, it's quicker to actually go left. And he started to go left. And I was like, very uncomfortable. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. And then I had that thought, because I've been working with this with my coach. So it like hit me, and I was like, this is me retraining. Like, it's like retraining your brain, right? Like, think about it. Your brain goes in a certain pathway. It's so comfortable. It's so easy to go in that pathway. It was literally the exact same thing. I felt it. I was like, this is it. This is what I'm doing. This is when I'm reprogramming my brain. This is what it feels like. And I literally was like, babe, this is so uncomfortable. I hate this. I really hate this, but I'm going to allow it because it's like, and I said, it's like reframing everything that I believe to be true. That's not true. And we went, he's like, but babe, look, you're going to see it so much closer. And it was, but it's just so funny because we're so programmed to be a certain way and it feels so comfortable to us. And I felt the little bit of discomfort, like I felt the discomfort in my body of going the opposite way from what I've been going to for, 20 something years, a certain way. So think about that. Like, that's what your brain is going through, and you're reprogramming and you're trying to get it to believe that, there's abundance of great men out there. It's like, I don't like this. I don't really like this. Let's go the other way. Everybody sucks. I don't like this. And it's like freaking out. It's the same thing. And that I felt it so much today when we did that. It was like, the universe is speaking to me right now. Okay, I get this. So when you're struggling with who are you and nobody's looking, right? That's normal. we're all, we're all reversing patterns that were like ingrained in us since we're little. And I struggle too with it, right? I'm working through my own stuff with integrating certain things that I'm learning and reframing, things I would normally say or do and doing it a different way. And sometimes I don't want it. Sometimes I'm just in a crappy mood. And what I started to learn is to honor the crappy mood instead of trying to get myself out of it and then being mad at myself for being in a crappy mood. Does that make sense? So like you're in a crappy mood, but then you're being mad at yourself for being in the crappy mood. So then you're just intensifying the crappy mood that much more, which is intensifying the vibration that you're putting out. So it's literally just being like, okay, I'm in a crappy mood right now, but I am not crappy. Like I'm in a crappy mood, but that doesn't define me. And that's what I'm learning is like the difference. So let's see. Okay, Marie says, I'm scared and I did not realize it. What are you scared of, Marie? Tell me. Colleen says it's all about allowing. Linda, for the first time really like who I am on a day-to-day basis. Yay, that's amazing. I love that. I love that. I love that. Allison says I've had some more energy lately. Have seen more attractive men out in public and hot subs at my school. Hot subs like a chicken farm. Because I could go for that right now. I'm just saying. These isogenic shakes are amazing, but let's see. How about this? What if I am alone forever? Exactly. What if I will still be okay? Right. So it's like, even if you're alone forever, you're so happy with your life and who you are, right? That you would seriously be okay. And that's the beauty of being in that place. You get to a place where you'll even add more to your life. You'll take different lessons, you'll join different groups, and you just, hi dog, and then you just keep expanding what you love in your life. But you might not be there yet. Like this might be the first time that you're figuring yourself out. But like it was for me. For me, it was the first time when I was 35 where I was like trying to figure myself out and what I liked and what I didn't like and what I was going to do on my weekends alone when I didn't have the kids because I was never alone, and what do I do? So this might be new to you too. So give yourself a chance to just try it on for size right now. Like don't get annoyed at yourself for not knowing right now and not having it all figured out. Just be patient with yourself, knowing that you're where you're supposed to be and it's getting you to that next beautiful place. I had said this, I don't remember if I said it in this group or not, but I'm going to just say it again. My friend had posted a picture the other day, and it was of us when we were both, because she had gone through a divorce while I was going through the divorce. And we were like partners in crime while we were going through it. And it was really special. It was a special time. We didn't even know it was going to happen that way. And a picture came up on Facebook, and I was like back, it was like, I think 4 years ago. And it brought me right back to that feeling. And I had said to her in the picture, I was like, isn't it crazy? Like, we didn't know where our life was headed then. And we didn't know like when, because we were both fixated on him. We wanted him to come in our life so bad, him. And we were like, we didn't know when he was going to come in. And it was scary, like, and ambiguous, it's like so unknown. I'm like, but there was such beauty in that. Like, when I look back, I have nothing but like amazing memories of that time. And like a different part of me that I just so love so much, because she was so brave and she was so exciting. She was so fun. And I look back and I just love that part of me. And so I know that like it's hard. You just want him. You want him, right? You just want him. But you're going to look back on this time and you're going to be like, that was really such a beautiful time. So it's really not about the destination, is my point. Because when you reach the destination, you're literally going to be like, okay, what's next? It's really about embracing this journey. And when you think about it this way, okay? Think about it this way, and this also hit me hard. We're trying to rush through our lives all the time to get to the next thing. It's like, oh, when we get here, oh, I can't wait for this to happen. Oh, but I can't wait for that. And we're rushing so much past so much that we feel like our life is really flying by. But if we actually stopped and not worried about what's next so much and literally started to enjoy like the moments in the present and the journey of the present, you won't feel like your life is flying by so much. If you could really just embrace this time. Instead of just rushing to the next best thing. Like, then it's like I meet someone and then it's like, and now I can't wait to get married. I wonder if we're going to get married. When are we going to get married? Oh my God, if we have kids, oh my God. And you're 10 steps, 100 steps ahead of yourself. And you just you throw yourself out of the present moment. And I did this all the time. I literally, I think I said it in here, but I said it to my kids. Like, I think I wasn't present most of like their teenage years, as I would say, like when they were like 8 to 15, because of not knowing what I was doing with the divorce and my marriage. And I was so confused and I was half present and half there. And it feels like that time just flew by. So really try hard to embrace this journey instead of wondering like when. Let it go. Just know, literally, like you literally put in an order from Amazon. You press send, you bought it. It has no choice but to come to you. It's going to come to you. And if the package gets lost, what happens? You call Amazon and they say, okay, let me look into it. They send you a new package. It's not going to get lost. It's not going to forget about you. It's going to come. It has no choice. It's the same thing. The more you can let it go, the quicker it's going to come. No hoagies, Nicole. Hot subs, that's a good-looking man. Damn it, I wanted a hoagie. That's fun, Allison. We always can go for some good eye candy, too, right? There were never a ton of hot subs in my district, I have to say. Slim pickings. Even teachers. There are like no men teachers. And if they really were nothing special. Marie, probably scared of rejection. Okay. So what are you scared of rejection? Like, let's think about it this way. If you don't go after what you want, then you'll never know. And you'll always live with, what if I did this? Now, let's say you go after what you want and, it doesn't work out. And he says, I thought this was for me, but it's not for me. Did you survive a divorce, Murray? Were you okay after the divorce? 2 divorces? Okay. So were you okay after? Do you think that you would be okay if you were rejected? If you can heal from a divorce and get through it, do you think you can get through someone saying, I don't want to see you anymore, it's just not working out for me? Yeah. You have. Yeah. You'll be okay. It's just the initial ego that's like telling you, don't do it. You're going to get hurt. Don't do it. You're just going to feel abandoned. You're going to be rejected. That's what's happening. So you want to comfort like your little person inside, because she's really the one that's scared of not being good enough and being rejected. And you want to just tell her that no matter what, your perfect match is out there. If this isn't him, then somehow it has to end, because we have to make room for the right person to come in. So you can't force the wrong person to be the right person. Does that make sense? It's going to slip away. Whether you do it or he does it, it's going to fall away because it's just not a vibrational match. So there's really nothing to be scared of. That's the part about being emotionally available, too. If we're not emotionally available for the things that we want, then we're not allowing it to come into our lives. If we're so scared of being abandoned or hurt or rejected that we don't put ourselves out there, then you're actually sending a mixed message, right, into the universe. It's like, I want this, but I'm scared of it. I want this, but I'm scared of it. And then you're getting mixed signals because you're putting mixed messages out there. Let's see. Wendy says, something similar happened today. Truck needed battery. Googled, and the closest one I've ever been to. So drove further to the one I always went, and the first store I didn't go to had the battery. So wait. So let me read that again. Something similar happened today. Truck needed battery. Googled it, and the closest one you were never at. So you drove to the one I always went. Oh, so you went to the one that was familiar to you. So, and the first one that you were scared to go to had the battery. See that? That's a lesson. Yes. But it's like being scared to put yourself out there too, right? And to try new territory. That was like a clear message from the universe. Yeah, put yourself out there. There is good things waiting for you. That's where the prize is. So that was a beautiful message you received today, Wendy. Marie, scared of rejection? Even though, yeah, okay. Even though I had been rejected recently again. Right. And it's not the best feeling. None of us like to be rejected. That's our ego, right? Our ego is like, doesn't like to be rejected. But when you can realize that, like, you'll be okay no matter what, and deal with whatever comes to you, if you know you can deal with it, you allow yourself to sit with that emotion and feel it, that's allowing you to start to be emotionally available. But it's when you get rejected and you kind of like laugh it off or joke or make it like it's no big deal, that's being emotionally unavailable for yourself. So you're not going to be able to attract an emotionally available man if you don't know how to be emotionally available for yourself. Does that make sense? So to be emotionally available to yourself would be looking like this, like, ooh, God, that hurt. I really don't like the way this feels. You might even cry. See, you're saying no. But maybe if you allowed I can't hear you, but maybe if you allowed yourself to feel it, maybe it would upset you. Like, Marie, do you cry? Once in a while. Write it down, I can't hear you. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna unmute you. So okay. Don't cry.
The last time I cried was when the last relationship broke off, because I was just tired, giving, and I gave more than he gave. That's the last time I cried.
And how long ago was that?
About 6 months, 7 months.
Okay. Do you often like allow yourself to feel things, or do you make yourself feel better before you could feel it?
I just go through my emotions. If I cry, if I feel like crying, I'll cry. If I'm mad, I'm mad. Then I get over it. I move on.
Because if you move, there's nothing you could do about it?
No, I choose, after I go through my emotions, I choose to be happy, because I don't want to go through the depression again.
Okay, so in other words, you feel the emotions, you allow yourself to feel them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because allowing yourself to feel what's going on in you is going to allow you to release what no longer serves you. So like when you were rejected recently, how did you handle it?
I thought, well, he said no, what could I do about it? He said no, he has free will. And I'm just having faith for the next time.
Okay. So did you feel with that? Did you allow yourself to feel rejected?
Yeah.
So you allowed yourself to feel upset?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's important. And what did it look like for you to feel upset?
What did it look like? I don't know. I was just a little disappointed, actually. Not really upset, just disappointed, because I understand that he has free will and I don't get everything that I want now.
But can you get what you want?
I can. I can if I believe.
Right. Is that something you're retraining your mind to believe?
No, I've always had faith and belief. Especially in the working world, job world. If I wanted a job, I would see what it would entail. I would apply, and before I put in my application, I would pray, believe, and I did my affirmations. I believe I'm going to get this job in a certain amount time frame, or however I worded it, and I usually get the job.
Mm-hmm.
Work wise, it's always happened that way, but relationships, it's different.
Right. Exactly.
It takes longer.
So relationships, you're reprogramming yourself to believe that you can also get what you want.
Yeah, I'm improving on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what what did you see for love like growing up?
Well, my mom and dad had been married over 50 years
Mm-hmm.
before he passed away.
Okay. What did it look like?
Traditional. Mom was at home, dad worked.
Is it like fond memories that you have of
Per-
it?
Pretty much, but knowing what I know now, my mom saw my dad as controlling. And me and my sister would do whatever dad said, and then my mom would say something like, "Don't you see he's so controlling?" And we didn't think nothing of it. He was our dad. You're supposed to do what dad tells you to do. But see, the relationship between a wife and a husband is different than between the kids
Mm-hmm.
and the parents.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time that I was small, I didn't see what she saw
Mm-hmm.
in the marriage, but now I understand because the last relationship I had, it mirrored my parents' relationship.
Okay.
The guy that I was with the last, he was like my dad. And he dressed like my dad because he had a vest, like a leather vest, and reminded me of my dad.
Yeah.
The way he was controlling, like, oh, it reminds me of my dad. And then the light bulb clicked when I started the group, your first group, Fly Girl. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm mirroring my parents' relationship in this relationship.
Well, that's because so get to the root of that belief.
Say that again?
I said, so now it's time to get to the root of that belief. So if you created that, right, what do you believe about love, about what you deserve, about what a man is? Start to journal that and figure that out, because that's what you need to clear.
Okay.
Okay. And that's how you're going to start to heal that part of you that's attracting that. To let it go.
Yeah, I'm starting to heal because I let go of that relationship, because after I figured out, wow, this is like mirroring my parents' relationship, and it's just too similar, same kind of patterns, the way this guy yelled at me, disrespected me. I'm like, no, this is just too much. I had to let him go for my own sanity and for my own health, because I was getting tired of going to the ER once a year.
Yeah.
Out of exhaustion. I was exhausted because of the stuff he was putting me through.
Right.
Like, no more.
So Marie, listen, for you to attract someone like that, right? It's something going on within you, right? So even as a little girl, you may not have seen your dad as controlling because you saw him as your dad, but somewhere along the lines, he was controlling with you, which is
possibly
right. Which is why you attracted someone that also then controlled you and made you exhausted and tired. And so start to just get curious with it and look into it, because that's what this work is about. And then it's, if you're scared, the thing is this, right? If you have a preconceived notion about what a man is or what a man looks like for all of you, right? And what it's, in your head, and it's not a positive let's say role model, and you've tried love before, let's say, then the mere fact that you're scared of attracting someone that's like him will then block someone from coming in, because you're either going to attract it, or you're going to just keep attracting men that you can't get anywhere with, so it protects you from getting into that space again. Okay? So just start to get curious with it. Start to journal more. Write it out and understand it more. And set the intention. Just set the intention, like, I want to understand this more. Please help me see whatever it is that I need to clear and know. Okay? Thank you for sharing. Okay. Scared. Okay. Linda said thinking the same thing. Oh, no hot subs, right, Linda? I know. None. Let's see, Allison. It's the move from elementary to middle school. I had a traumatic experience with a coworker at last middle school who lied about marital status to get in with me. Oh my God. Stay away from coworkers. Better to work with females and decent married men. Look outside the workplace. Well, so here's the thing. You're making an assumption, right, Allison, based off of one experience you've had. So there could be an amazing man that you're working with that you're not even looking at or giving the time of day because you have this experience. And then I would also look into, Allison, if you attracted someone into your life that lied to you and tried to take advantage of the situation, I would just kind of look into and get curious if that's a belief that you have around men, that you can't trust them, or that they lie, or they're pigs. You know, get curious with yourself and what you believe. Allison, I mean, last elementary school in general, more men in secondary than elementary, though. Marie, I put myself out there, I've asked them out to a holiday party. Hugs to you, Marie. We believe in you and love you. I've been feeling a lot lately. Yep. What do you mean you've been feeling a lot, Colleen? Like lots of things are coming to you and you're feeling more than you have been in the past, right? Is that what you're saying? Alice is thinking about the experience now. I can finally see he's a true a-hole. I was hurt, but I still kept the peace and responded to his advances instead of just ignoring him. Now I can truly see what a jerk of him, and so grateful I don't have to see him at school or even at department meetings since I am secondary level now. Yeah, I would definitely look into your beliefs around men with that experience and just see. I did an energy healing today. That's amazing. And it was so amazing. She saw me in a boxing ring. So weird. My ex-husband was a boxer, and she said I was ashamed, and she saw a fence around me. And that is why I keep men at a distance. Lots of fear letting it go. That's amazing. You keep men at a distance, right? Because, well, that's kind of like what I was just saying to Ray. When you fear bringing, the same man into your life, or a similar man into your life, that what you'll do inadvertently is attract. You'll attract. Sorry, I just saw Dick on the screen, and I was like, "What was that?" But I can't wait to get to that one. Okay, so what you'll end up doing is you'll attract men that you can't get what you want with, and they keep themselves at a certain distance because it keeps you safe from getting hurt again, or from attracting the wrong man that could do that again or hurt you. So look into that too. Allison, they are all married. The guys I work with, this was an aberration. I generally attract more trustworthy people. No bad beliefs in general, just him. Okay. That works. Linda says, Nicole, you know that for a while I attracted dick pics, worked through those beliefs, then attracted married men. Worked on that. I haven't had much luck on the dating sites, but the type of men have changed. Right. Because your beliefs were initially attracting certain types of men. So when I was working in school, one of the principals actually, I did Saturday school, and one of the principals actually propositioned me for sex while I was doing Saturday school because he heard I was getting a divorce. And like, I was close to him actually. So I was kind of like confused. I was like, is he serious? Like, is he serious? Like, what is wrong with him? I thought it was like maybe just being stupid, which still isn't right. But he was married. So I had said to him like, oh, I don't think Maria will like that. That was his wife's name. And he was like, oh, you know, Maria's one thing, this is another. So I guess he made it a habit to do this kind of stuff. And then like he came to this classroom again and he was like, I'm just letting you know, like I have empty classrooms when summer school gets out. And can you guys, am I frozen? Hold on. Am I back? Was everything frozen? Okay. Is it better? Okay. So, you know, he actually came back and tried to tell me that there were empty classrooms and to try to see if I would, you know, have sex with him after summer school ended. And then when I was leaving, he was like, I'm just saying, like, you know, he said it 3 times. I was like, is this fucking guy serious? So I never said anything at the time. And then I started to work somewhere else, like part-time in between teaching and this job and doing what I'm doing now. And one of the bosses there did the same thing to me. And I was like, okay, why am I attracting this? And it was because partly I wasn't standing in my power. I wasn't saying, who are you to talk to me that way? Don't ever talk to me like that again. You know, I wasn't taking a stance in that. So, so with that, you know, I had to learn more about like, for me, it was like a standing in my power thing more than like a men thing. So the universe speaks to you is my point, you know, because it happened once and I was like, okay, that's weird why that happened. And then when it happened again, I was like, okay, what the fuck is the message? Like, what is this trying to tell me? What is it trying to show me? Okay, so that's where it ended up being. So just check into your beliefs, look into them more. That's who for me, Linda said, standing in my power. Yeah, you know, for a while, and like Linda, when I first started dating, I would get the same thing. Like I would get dick pics, or I would get like, you know, sexual innuendos and things like that. And part of it was that my self-worth wasn't where it should be. So hearing that, it made me feel like, oh, they must think I'm like sexy and they want me, which was like so unhealthy of a way to think. But that was almost like where I based my self-worth on, right? So it took like the healing process to then attract different men and not go for that crap and stand in my power. So it was about like standing in my power again. I don't know why this keeps freezing. Hold on, let's see.